It's when we're fresh.
Yeah, we are. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and tell you these double post shows on January 11th, 18th, and 25th.
Are they going to be the shortest of all time?
You're talking NFL playoff time? Like, man.
So sad.
Hey, Jacob, are you coming to a card show tomorrow? Oh, I can play music? Okay, cool. Come show some support at the table. I've got to go buy some stuff today because I've realized I've got too much stuff and I need more like boxes to put things in. But I priced a ton of Grizzlies stuff last night. You wouldn't believe how cheap Jaren Jackson Jr. stuff is.
Huh.
And Ja. Yeah. So great deals to be had. Jess, I ate Mexican last night.
Where from?
Los Pilares.
Never been.
So, hey, hang on. Yeah. So, they got a couple spots. So, I think it's something we need to promote more.
Okay.
Because you and I were both talking about how you have a little bit of an expensive taste on things.
Yeah.
And
I sure do.
I think that's a lot of people.
I wish I didn't.
I think that's a lot of people, so that's okay. But I think one thing we do need to, that deserves more love and recognition in this city and all around the country is cheap Mexican restaurants.
Okay.
Like Los Pilares.
We have managed to hold on to those.
Las Delicias, like the El Porton style, we're like, yo, if I want to get a chicken quesadilla with some rice and beans, it costs like $8.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And I get my unlimited chips and salsa.
Yes, I get unlimited chips and salsa.
And a well-priced margarita for me.
Exactly. I had a steak quesadilla and a chicken burrito last night, and I did not realize how much food. I forgot also how much food these small Mexican restaurants give you. It was like chicken burrito, huge chicken burrito, big steak quesadilla, like combined $12.
Wow.
Shout out.
The way it's supposed to be.
Shout out to the cheap Mexican restaurants. The inexpensive.
Everything else.
They're looking out for the people.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Inflation
Where is
doesn't
this
affect
one?
them. This one's on Highway 70.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out past Appling, yeah.
I haven't had Mexican food in a minute.
There you go.
I'm gonna might elevate that to my weekend plans.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gotta figure out what I want over the weekend.
Pray on it.
Okay.
You sound like you really don't know.
What should I eat this weekend? What's up, everybody? It is Friday, August 15th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. John Roser in for CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, we got the Grizzlies schedule yesterday. We will go through the whole thing, have some observations, try to figure out what the Grizzlies record will be. Lang Whitaker is back from vacation, so he'll be with us in the second segment. We'll catch up with him, talk about the various streaming platforms that you need for this upcoming NBA season. We'll talk a little football. There's an incredibly special retirement happening in Memphis today that I want to tell you about. We'll do some Music Friday, how the Taylor Swift New Heights episode stacks up with the most watched podcast episodes on YouTube ever. It is Friday. You know what we say.
I don't know about
TGIF.
you. I'm feeling 22.
That was good. I forgot you're a Swiftie now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't
okay,
leave
kind
that
of a Swiftie.
opening for you.
It's all right.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Coach Thorpe, to his credit, also taught me, like, just simplify your game. Like, it doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to do all the up and under stuff. Like, he always talks about getting to the second box. My biggest thing is just do what I can to make the right play. It doesn't, if it ends up in a shot, it does. If it ends up in a pass to an assist, it does. Shooting 72% is credit to, I guess the work I put in and my coach is helping me.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5.
I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're gonna, Ole Miss, they're gonna lose to Arkansas week
But they
3.
could go 9-3. Like Ole Miss winning 10 games
They always
is always
pull some
like
crap like that.
Ole Miss winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're gonna lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out. Let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Happy Friday, everybody. Happy payday for all who celebrate. Roser, do you celebrate payday? I celebrate payday every time it rolls around.
What do you do, spend?
No, I pay my credit card bill and then I have nothing left. But it's an exciting day because we also get to talk about the Grizzlies schedule. I love a schedule breakdown in August. Nothing makes me more excited than a schedule breakdown in August. Because what else are we going to talk about? Were you excited when the schedule dropped yesterday? Were you counting down? Did you watch it live?
I did watch Grizzbeat.
I did too.
I did watch Grizzbeat.
I delayed my nap.
One, because
to watch it live on Grizzbeat.
Grizzbeat had 4 things I love. Well, 5 things I love. Jarvis Greer.
Okay.
Mike Wallace.
Okay.
Rob Fisher.
Okay.
I haven't seen
And
Eric
the Hass!
Hasseltine.
I know.
I hadn't seen Hasseltine since the season ended, so it was great to see Eric.
I almost walked back to work to see Eric Hasseltine.
I was
already
like,
in bed.
Eric Hasseltine.
What's up?
What's up?
I was like, what up? I haven't seen you in forever.
I know, it was exciting.
And the 5th thing is the schedule.
The schedule. I do find myself looking for, I joke, but I genuinely do get excited for schedule release day because one, for us, it's our schedule. It's the team schedule.
Our
But it's
schedule.
our schedule.
Yes,
it dictates our lives for the next however many
Yes.
months it is. And it's just exciting to figure out, what is this actually going to look like? And so, the normal things that you're looking for, opening night, how many back-to-backs? 14 of them this year. Opening week, I think, is always just kind of how's this team going to start? Is there an opportunity for a really good start? Are you playing easier teams? And in the case of the Grizzlies, I think you could win your first 3. We'll go through it game by game to look at what the full schedule looks like. But I would normally look for the MLK Day game. We don't have that this year, and we already know when the Berlin and London games are. But then I look at Thanksgiving week. I look at Christmas week. I look for the longest road stand, the longest home stand, how the season ends, like the last couple of weeks. If there's a playoff push, what does that schedule look like? The number of nationally televised games. The Grizzlies have 10 nationally televised games this season. Do you think that's a fair number, John Roser?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think it's totally fine. You want to know how many the Pacers have? 9, and they were in the NBA Finals. And I know Tyrese Halliburton's hurt, but still.
All right, are we...
We do?
Did we count NBA TV as national television?
No.
Then why do we count Peacock?
It's different. We're merging into new times. Peacock feels adjacent to NBC, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just like technically.
NBA TV was adjacent to TNT. They're literally broadcasting the same, they're both in Atlanta.
Yeah. So you're a hater. You're a cock hater. This is the second show that you've been a cock hater on this week.
Well, I love Peacock, actually.
Okay.
Because you get all the Law & Order SVU you want, all the Dateline you want. So I love Peacock.
And all the Bravo you want.
I don't know about that. But I was just saying if there's an equivalent to.
So are you counting Prime?
I feel like everybody has Amazon Prime.
I think
everybody
that's being
already had it.
disrespectful to Peacock.
Maybe so.
And if you have Xfinity, you have Peacock.
I don't have Xfinity.
Well, you're.
I know.
You're a hater
I
have
actually
Xfinity.
don't have Peacock, and it's the first time I haven't had Peacock.
And they've upped their prices for next year.
Of course they have.
Of course they have.
Of course they have. Why wouldn't they?
The
But
Grizzlies,
no, 10's fine. 10, yeah.
I think 10's great.
And
the first is that Halloween game on Amazon Prime against the Lakers. So that's your first nationally televised game of the season, which is a good one to start with. Just one NBC game, Tuesday, December 30th against the Sixers.
That's why Why the
Sixers on NBC? I don't know. I don't know. 2 on Peacock, December 22nd at OKC, and Monday, February 2nd versus Minnesota at home.
Love the Minnesota
And one
one.
more on Peacock, March 23rd at Atlanta.
I'm tired of playing the Thunder on national television. I've seen how
Fair.
this goes.
And then your ESPN games are January 30th at New Orleans, February 11th at Denver, and February 25th against Golden State here. That was one of the things that stood out. The Lakers and the Warriors both only coming here once. That's a bit of a bummer for fans.
It stinks because the Lakers only came here once last year.
Yeah. And
it stinks. Nobody. This is what's difficult about the NBA schedule. The NFL schedule, it's like, okay, so if you're a team from the NFC North, you know if you played the AFC North teams the year before, then you're playing the AFC Southwest. Yeah. Like, you know you're playing one of those other divisions. And if you finish third place, you're playing other third place teams from the year before. Like, right. You kind of, and then you play your division teams. You kind of know how it works. I have no idea the rhyme or reason to when we play a team, why we play this team 3 times this year and don't play them 3 and then play them 3 times the next year, then play them 4 times. And why do we play, I don't know. I haven't even looked enough to know. Do we play the Blazers 4 times? Why do we play the Blazers 4 times but play the Lakers and the Warriors only 3 times? I don't know the rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, I don't
nobody
know
does
either.
either.
And nobody does, and it is one of life's greatest mysteries. Chat already asking if this could be LeBron's last time in Memphis.
So that's why I think that's the Lakers game is why it should probably it should be number 1 on everybody's. This is the game, yeah, because I'm a LeBron James hater.
Okay.
But there's no doubt about where he is in the hierarchy of the NBA and his legacy in the NBA.
The king.
Calls self-titled the king. Yes. It could be his last game here.
It could be.
Until he gets traded to Dallas.
All right, let's go through the schedule, and we'll see if there's anything that trumps Grizzlies Lakers on Halloween as we go through it. They open against the Pelicans again. I saw a lot of, not animosity, I'll call it agnostic response to Grizzlies Pelicans opening night. Listen, I don't mind it because it's not as if the Pelicans these days are the biggest draw in the world, and opening night, no matter what, is a giant draw. So you're going to get a great crowd. You're going to have an awesome environment. Grizzlies Pelicans, maybe it'll be a rivalry in the next year.
We opened against the Pelicans 2 years ago. We had our home opener against them, and they beat our ass.
Didn't we open against them last year, too?
Magic
last year.
Magic, yeah.
Pelicans
We went. It's like the 4th year in a row we've opened 3 games in 4 nights.
Yes.
And last year it was at Utah, at Houston, home Orlando.
And it feels like that's always a result of not being a part of one of the big national TV packages.
Yes.
So you get the 3 and 4 nights. So it is 3 straight home games to open. Pelicans, Heat, Pacers. We start in 3-0, Roser? Grizzlies starting 3-0? Oh.
Yes.
Okay, phew.
Yes.
I got excited.
Yes. The only one of those that I think worries me. Well, I mean, there's worries with all of them. Like, if Zion's freaking awesome.
Sure.
I honestly, like, Miami could be. Miami could be sneaky, like not horrible.
Okay.
They can be a tough team.
The Pacers on Saturday, the only college football Saturday interference game of
what's our schedule?
fall,
What's our college
which is
football?
exciting.
What's our college football slate that weekend?
On that Saturday?
October 25th. That's late in the college football season.
No, that's, yeah.
Well, I don't know if Tennessee's going to be very good this year, so.
October 25th is, hold, week 5. Oh, that's September. Never mind. My bad. October 25th. It would be helpful if I got the actual weekend
that would
right.
matter.
Texas, Mississippi State, Wisconsin, Oregon, Alabama, South Carolina, Texas A&M, LSU, Stanford, Miami, Houston, Arizona State, Illinois, Washington, Michigan, Michigan State, SMU, Wake Forest, Kansas State, Kansas, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, UCLA, Indiana, BYU, Iowa State, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Tennessee, Kentucky.
It's a pretty solid weekend.
Solid schedule.
It's a solid schedule. I mean, right now, if you just go preseason rankings, Alabama, South Carolina, Texas A&M, LSU, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. That's 3 solid SEC games, although South Carolina is not going to be as good as people think.
I am fine with one of them because we have none of the others. I'm going to try to knock off 2 SEC stadiums this fall.
That's cool. Which ones haven't you been to?
I'm going to Arkansas. I've only been to Oxford.
Big Suey. Hit up our buddy Randall. Our buddy Randall's got connections up there.
Okay, we're going to try to go to the
Fayetteville.
Arkansas. I think we're going to try to
you.
go to the Arkansas Notre Dame game. We're going big.
Oh.
It's the one I want to go to. It's Arkansas. I need like a good opponent coming through. And then I think we're going to try to go to an Alabama game. I've never been to Tuscaloosa.
Never been to Bryant-Denny.
I've never been to Bryant-Denny.
I've been to the stadium. I've never been there for a game.
Okay.
Same with Neyland. I've been to Neyland. I've never been for a game.
Neyland.
I
had
haven't.
a great time.
The only SEC stadium I've seen a game in is Vaught Hemingway.
I've only been to SEC bangers. I went to Ole Miss, Tennessee at Neyland, where they threw the golf balls and the mustard bottles.
At Kiffin.
And I went to Ole Miss, LSU at Vaught Hemingway, where it was Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart shootout, rush the field, crazy times.
You were there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
all on
awesome.
the field.
That's a great one.
So now I have to add.
It's an all-timer.
Maybe a little Arkansas chaos against Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And I hate Notre Dame, so that sounds like a perfect time. And then maybe Alabama, Oklahoma. I don't know. That's where my brain went.
Right.
We only have one home Grizzlies game on a Saturday. That's exciting. We'll get to Sunday games during the NFL playoffs, which is less fun for Roser and I as football fans, but that's okay. 8 of the first 11 games are at home. So you go Pelicans, Heat, Pacers, then you go 2 Warriors, 2 the Suns. So I'm saying we start 3-0, maybe we go 4-1. Maybe, just maybe the Grizzlies get their first win in California, in the state of California, in forever and a day, because they didn't win a game in California last year. But then you get the Lakers on Halloween, back at home. You go to Toronto to play the Raptors, then home versus the Pistons, Rockets, Mavs, and that is your first 10 games of the season.
That's a tough back-to-back, getting Detroit on the second night of a back-to-back, because they're a tough team. Yeah, that little home stretch right there. That stretch from November 3rd to November 18th might be your toughest stretch of the season, because it is Pistons, Rockets, Mavs, Thunder, Knicks, Celtics, Cavs, Spurs.
Yeah.
Like you expect the Spurs and Mavericks to compete for playoff spots. The Celtics, the East is so bad, who knows? They could easily make the play-in the East. And then those other teams are all going to be playoff teams.
That first home game against Oklahoma City, a Sunday 5 p.m. game, that's perfect time slot, should be a fun environment. But it is very much like when I looked at the schedule, it felt flip-flopped from last year. Last year we started so easy peasy, and then the end of it was just a brutal gauntlet that smacked this team in the face. This year, you're starting fairly more difficult, and you have a bit of an easier end. We'll get to it when we get there, but I do think easier second half of the schedule than first half of the schedule for the Grizzlies this season. Following that Spurs game on the road, that's a 4-game road trip. You're back for 1 game against the Kings. You're back on the road to Dallas. You're back home for a game against Denver. There's a lot of ping-ponging. Like, not a lot of home stands. It's more like home sprinkles. And so you're kind of back and forth. And then we're into Thanksgiving week. And no Grizzlies Thanksgiving games at home. They are at New Orleans the day before Thanksgiving. They are at the Clippers on Black Friday, and then they are at the Kings on that Sunday.
So there's one thing to always look for in these schedules. I always try to find like schedule losses.
Okay.
Basically, where it's like you play the second night. So one thing you look at is when you play at Denver.
Yep.
And if you play in Denver on the second night of a back-to-back, like that's typically your toast.
Same thing kind of goes for Utah.
And
Even though Utah's easy,
and Utah's,
it's like a weird place where they
but
snipe
it is
you.
the altitude and that stuff. Where I think we've got potential for Los Angeles disasters this year.
Oh, we'll get to my favorite Los Angeles disaster.
I know where you're going with this because I was looking at this last night. I was like,
no. Okay, so after Thanksgiving, Kings on the Sunday after Thanksgiving, at Spurs the following Tuesday to start the month of December. And then games at home versus the Clippers and the Trailblazers. And then it's NBA Cup knockout rounds. So we'll figure those games out when they get here. December 17th, you go back to normal.
Well,
Yes.
I will say, I think after that 4-game road trip, over Thanksgiving, Pelicans, Clippers, Kings, Spurs, I respect the NBA scheduling gods, the computer who put this together, if it was ChatGPT or Grok, whoever puts together whatever computer,
who's doing the schedule,
whatever
these days.
AI device puts together the NBA schedule, giving us 2 days off before we start back at home.
Yeah.
Well, 2 days rest before you get the Clippers.
That's nice.
Back at home. Yeah.
That is nice. December 17th, back out of the NBA Cup. Maybe the Grizzlies will be the winners of the NBA Cup. We can only hope. The Emirates Cup. At Minnesota, then home against the Wizards. And then at OKC on Peacock, that's where you face the Thunder on national television. At Utah, that's where I looked at an altitude back-to-back game. Just one of those, especially coming off a big one against the Thunder, perhaps a scheduled L. Then you're back at home against the Bucks the day after Christmas.
Yeah, we're going to put lumps of coal in Giannis's stocking.
Yeah. He thinks he's getting wings this time.
Yeah.
Nothing but coal for Giannis. At Wizards on the 28th. Home versus the Sixers on the 30th.
Okay, so I can talk myself into this Sixers game now that I've thought about it. I don't know. I still don't know why it's on NBC because I don't know if Joe.
Talk me into it.
Over under Joel Embiid plays 50 games the rest of his career. Would you take the over or the under? I would take the under,
I would
too.
take the under.
I don't think he plays more than 50 games, over 50 games the rest of his career. So, but I do think the Jared McCain, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, I think there's fun. There's fun there.
Okay.
It's a lot of small guards, but you got to figure that out. But I think there's potential for Philly fun.
We'll call it the Philly fun.
Yeah.
Last game of
Fun
2025
yeah,
for the Grizzlies.
Fun and Philly. We'll work on what we call it.
Yeah, we'll workshop that. No New Year's Eve game. We've had a New Year's Eve game.
We have.
We've had a Black Friday home game and a New Year's Eve game the last
And
few
it always feels like we play the Kings on
Yes.
New Year's
And
Eve
this year we are
every year.
saved.
I'm like, I am so tired of going to the arena and seeing DeMar DeRozan.
to end my year.
Right.
This
DeMar
is not the New Year's
DeRozan
resolution I signed up for.
And Domas Sabonis get 25 rebounds.
No New Year's Day game, but...
Here we go.
But... 2 games against the Lakers on January 2nd and January 4th. That is cruel and unusual punishment. New Year's Eve. Will the Grizzlies spend New Year's Eve in Los Angeles?
So that's the question. Do they travel to LA on Wednesday, New Year's Eve? Because if they have New Year's Eve in LA, New Year's Day in LA, January 2nd, January 3rd, January 4th,
they can.
They could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 5 nights in LA.
As a lover of Los Angeles, if I were a member of the Memphis Grizzlies, I would be begging, please let me go take a little vacation to LA. But if I am the coach of the Memphis Grizzlies,
yes,
I'm literally leaving the night of New Year's Eve and saying you will have 1 day when you get there, and then you play the 2nd and the 4th.
I mean, do you know that they could go to Exchange LA? La Zona Rosa, Club Bahia.
What did you Google?
The best nightclubs in Los Angeles. Where Kobe Bryant famously got Chandler Parsons hooked up. Supper House. I don't know if that still exists.
It did when I was there.
Okay. Supper House, yes. Heat Ultra Lounge.
Yeah.
And then my favorite, One Oak.
Always love a One Oak appearance. The Grizzlies' first home game of 2026 is against the Spurs. I like that. A little welcome back, ring in the new year. John Morant trying to dunk on Victor Wembanyama, except he's not dunking, so he'll just have a fancy layup package around Victor Wembanyama.
Or they're still going to be hungover from their 5 nights in Los Angeles.
Or that. Then back-to-back, you have the Suns the next night. 14 back-to-backs overall,
That
which is one less than last year.
That Suns win, that's a sneaky letdown spot right there. You are coming off an LA trip, and you are sandwiched between home games of San Antonio and Oklahoma City. That's a be careful one.
Back home back home against the Thunder on January 9th. Sunday afternoon game against the Nets on the 11th, the annual Megan Triplet return game. Big Europe trip, so then they're not home from January 12th until January 21st. They have a couple big chunks where they are gone in early 2026. They play the Hawks on 21st at home, Pelicans on 23rd, Denver, that is a 3-game homestand. Up to this point, I think that's their first 3-game homestand since the starting 3-game homestand of the season. Then at Houston, home versus Charlotte, at New Orleans on the 30th, back home on the 31st versus Minnesota. Another game against Minnesota on February 2nd. And then they are gone until February 20th. From February 2nd to February 20th, because it includes the All-Star break, the Grizzlies will not be home.
All right, Wednesday night at the end of January.
In the middle of the night. You don't want to go see Grizzlies Hornets at 7 o'clock in the snow?
Well, LaMelo Ball plays plays fewer games than like any player in the league. So, how many people do you think are going to be at that one?
You don't.
Wednesday night, late January, so it's going to be cold as hell. We might be boiling water by then.
You don't want to go see Salon?
Salon?
Salon.
I don't know how to say his first name.
Salon.
Is it Tion?
I don't know.
Tion Salon?
Salon. It helps me practice my Francais. That doesn't do quite the same thing as Edgecombe with the Sixers. You can't talk yourself in to the Hornets on a Wednesday night in the end of January.
I can talk myself into
Are you even a real fan?
I can talk myself into Nipple. The Hornets signed and they drafted and signed so many white guys this offseason.
Yes.
Okay, go look at their roster.
Next up, you come out of that 18-day absence from FedEx Forum. So you'll be wanting them back. Too bad you don't get them. Road trip of... Oh, I'm sorry. Within the 18 days away from FedEx Forum, it's a road trip of Kings, 2 at Trailblazers, Golden State, Denver, and then All-Star break.
Yeah, that's a 5.
That's a 5 on the road, and then you're back at home against the Jazz for the first game after All-Star break. You're so thirsty, you're going to be excited to see Grizzlies Jazz in that first game back. That is then a back-to-back where they go to Miami on the 21st.
So the scheduling gods helped us in early December coming off the road trip, gave us 2 days off.
And then they're like,
all right, we're going to test you and find out if you're sinners or no. Because they give us, 4 to 5 nights in Los Angeles, and then they are giving us a Saturday night in Miami post All-Star break in Los Angeles.
Kings at home, 23rd. Warriors 1 home game, February 25th. Chris Luther will be in the building. You can count it. 3-game trip. Mavs, Pacers, Wolves, and another back-to-back. There are 4 back-to-backs in March. 4 back-to-backs in March. You go from Wolves to home versus the Blazers. Saturday home game versus the Clippers. 4-game road trip. So this is a stretch of 7 of 9 on the road at Nets, Sixers, Pistons, Bulls. Back home March 18th against the Knicks. Home versus Boston on the 20th, then on the road to Charlotte the next night. Then you're at Atlanta, and then you finally enter the longest homestand of 6 straight. So that 6 straight is Spurs, Rockets, Bulls, Suns, Mavs, Raptors. Then 4 of the last 5 on the road at Bucks, home versus the Cavs, at Nuggets, Jazz, Rockets, home game the night of the national championship game. I don't love that. That is Monday,
Cleveland,
April 6th.
Against Cleveland. That's
the Cleveland
Cavaliers. One of Ty
Why did I
Jerome's
think
games.
that they didn't play on national championship? Am I making that up?
I thought
did
they
I have a
didn't.
fantasy in my head that they don't
I thought
conflict
they
with the
didn't.
national championship
I thought
game?
they didn't.
I really thought that was a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe this is my Mandela effect. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think they did. I didn't think they... And I feel like they used to not with college football either until college football decided to have a super big playoff and have to move everything back, and now they play on MLK Day.
And it is April 6th. I just double-checked. It's April 6th at Lucas Oil Stadium is the men's national championship game. So, alas, that is the end of the Grizzlies' schedule. What's your record, Roser? How many wins?
I have no idea. I haven't done that yet.
I haven't done that either.
I will. I do. It's not like super interesting. You notice in November we play the Knicks and the Celtics back to back.
Yeah.
And then in March, we play the Knicks and the Celtics back-to-back
Back-to-back.
again.
Yep.
There's a day between in March, but it's still it's 2 straight home games. No, I think it's a schedule.
It's a schedule.
I'm trying
but
to have a take.
You should be excited for the schedule because it is the schedule. I'm doing my read.
No,
It is the schedule of the 25th season of Grizzlies basketball in Memphis. And so you should mark your calendars for big matchups and get ready for can't miss moments at FedEx Forum. Single game tickets go on sale today at noon. Call 901-888-HOOP or visit grizzlies.com/schedule to see the schedule and get ready to secure your seats for the 2025-2026 season. Tickets on sale at noon. You get one single game ticket. What are you spending it on, John Roser? Halloween night against the Lakers?
I mean, what are you looking for here?
Okay, we'll take a break.
What? No.
We'll ask, okay.
What are you looking for here? What are you looking
Best
for
value.
out of this answer?
Best value.
Wednesday, March 18th against the Knicks when Giannis comes to town. Whoa! You ready for that, Spice?
Oh, you
Were
want
ready
mine?
for that?
Okay, you want mine?
Were you ready for that?
You want mine? January 6th when the Spurs come to town. I enjoy Grizzlies Spurs games. I look forward to Grizzlies Spurs games.
Oh, but there's not like any spice with that.
I want John Morant to try to dunk on Victor Wembanyama again.
Oh, okay.
I find that fun.
And
it's the first game of 2026.
That is fun.
I find that a fun thing to anticipate.
Are you already writing down potential New Year's resolutions? Do you do New Year's resolutions?
Not usually. Wow, especially not in August.
Well, I was saying, there are some people start Christmas shopping right now.
That's insane.
I don't think so.
My friend's daughter wore a Halloween shirt on her first day of school, and I really
Yeah.
respected her commitment to spooky season. But I was like, baby, it's August. It's
Yeah,
August.
that's a little.
All right, we're late getting to Lang Whitaker. We'll get his takes on the Grizzlies schedule. Also, the national television situation with all of these different streaming services you need. We'll work through it with Lang after a quick break.
Preseason Box to Row Coaches Bowl has come out. Jackson State sits there at number 1. This is the third time in the poll's history that Jackson State has been the preseason number 1 team in the nation. And then Tennessee State being at 5, that really surprised me.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Speaking of Adidas, are these the Harden 10s?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess so.
From what
You guys don't
speculation-
sound too excited.
Nah.
It kind of looks like when you flush the toilet in the water.
Yeah, it's like a whirlpool.
Like
You
a
know,
whirlpool.
wanna be phone positive.
Yeah. Want to be phone positive.
Or artists just making some paint up and they just
Looks
like phone positive.
Yeah, or a
Yeah,
thumbprint.
like-
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf? but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it.
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishment so far for this Grizzlies team?
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back. It is Friday. That means it's time for Lang Whitaker to be back in studio. He hasn't been here in a couple weeks.
I know. And then I get back and CJ skipped today because he's afraid of the Michigan announcement coming down.
Absolutely.
The NCAA infraction committee is about to drop the hammer on them Wolverines for cheating, sign stealing, Connor Stallions,
will not be
the whole thing.
tolerated.
We don't do that.
No.
Not in the SEC where it means more.
No, you just speed.
Well, maybe. That's more like a suggestion.
Y'all do, man. Y'all drive fast. I saw some Georgia football players, they had to be, or former, driving down Poplar.
Those are just Memphians.
It was Poplar. It was like yesterday. It was like 6:15 in the morning, and I was like, whoa, like this is really aggressive speeding.
I saw one today, a Volvo. We were just doing our normal little drive down to the opening of the garage here at FedEx Forum. This Volvo puts on the gas, goes like 80, I'm not even exaggerating, goes like 85 around me and two other cars. And we all just stopped because there was nothing you could do. I hope they got to work on time.
Sure they did.
Which was Georgia football practice.
Maybe it was.
Had to make it back to Athens. It's a long drive.
We do everything better.
What do you think the punishment is for Michigan?
Lots of money.
Yeah, probably.
It's going to be like, I think the previous highest fine was Tennessee.
Yeah.
And it was like 10 million, is that right? And so I would imagine this is, I don't know, 15, 20 something, but whatever.
Dave Portnoy will pay it.
Yeah. Tennessee just got all the money from Adidas, so they'll be good.
Yeah, they'll be fine with it. Any Grizz schedule takeaways? Roser and I just went through the whole thing.
The biggest game to me is that December 30th game against the Sixers. Because it's the only one on NBC.
Okay.
We have a few other games on the Prime and the
Cock.
what, Netflix, the Cock. There's a bunch of other places.
Not Netflix. You could have thrown a dart at streaming services, and the only one is not Netflix.
There's a few on Hulu, I'm pretty sure.
I think ESPN carries over onto Hulu. Aren't they getting rid of Hulu?
Nobody knows.
Yeah, CJ is going to have so much fun with Peacock this year.
You do get technically nationally televised games every single day of the week in the NBA now.
I mean, is it nationally televised though? If you don't have Amazon Prime,
that's
the
question.
I mean? Yeah,
we're feeling it that way.
More people who has do more people have Peacock or Amazon Prime? I feel like Amazon Prime.
I think more people have Amazon Prime
because of Amazon.
But
like
there
they
are
shop
some
because
people
of the
a lot of
shopping.
people sign up for Peacock because of the Olympics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or a lot of households have Peacock because it is the place for Bravo TV. Like that is the majority of my women friends.
I don't think
probably
it's a lot
their
of
most
households.
watched.
Some of them.
I think you're underestimating how many women watch the Real Housewives
Here's
universe.
the thing. You talk about these being nationally televised.
Yeah.
The real line of demarcation is going to be like my parents. Like older people.
Oh yeah, I hate
who
it.
don't
for them.
understand how to like use.
No,
any
I
of this
genuinely
stuff.
hate it. When they started putting
I don't
Big
think my
Ten
parents
games
have
on.
a Peacock subscription or probably
My mom has it
Prime.
because of me. And
Yeah.
I think my dad has it because of me too.
Why?
But because when they put Big Ten games on Peacock last year, and if I think about my mom who wanted to watch UW games or USC games, and it drove her insane that she had to log on to Peacock to watch a game as opposed to just, that's where
turning on the TV.
It just bums me out for. I get really into this, and my parents are really capable for being in their like technologically capable. They're young 70-year-olds anyway, but the tech part of it just goes so fast, and it really gets to a point where you look at a schedule like this, and I'm like, there's a large generation that's never going to watch any of these games.
I thought about that too, but here's the thing: is like the NBA doesn't care.
No,
like,
they don't care. They're looking
want
for the younger
viewers.
fans.
Yeah,
exactly.
so-
I was listening to the Puck podcast this morning, or The Town, I'm sorry,
Yes.
where it's Matt Bellamy talking like
Yeah.
industry things, and they were talking about the Paramount deal and Ellison's plans, and they just flirted randomly. It wasn't a serious conversation, but they were like, what if MTV became a TikTok channel? And I had never even thought
It sort of is, isn't it?
Kind of. So
Yeah.
what if you just moved it over there? Anyway, that's the kind of thing I mean by
Yeah.
what if you just didn't have an MTV someday and it only existed on TikTok? There's a lot of people who are still on Snapchat and watch ESPN on Snapchat.
It makes me think
crazy to
about
me.
whenever I flip by on the Sirius radio on 80s on 8.
Yeah.
The DJs on there are the original MTV DJs. It's the same people.
Oh, okay.
Mark Goodman, Alan Hunter,
Yeah.
Nina Blackwood. And you flip by there and it's like, Alan Hunter being, all right, let's go to Duran, Rio. And I'm like, man, this guy's been introducing Rio for the last 60 years of his life or whatever it is, 50 years.
Yeah.
Like, and you just can't get away from it. That's just who
Yeah.
the MTV is kind of stuck in that. Now on VH1, whenever I flip by on TV, it's movies. It's weird movies on VH1 all the time. Like,
VH1
hey,
always had a lot of weird movies.
but they had
though.
that. They were like the Bravo for a while. They had all those
Yeah, they had
reality
reality
shows and all
television.
that.
Yep.
And now they're kind of just like, all right, let's just put stuff on
Yeah.
here. I guess. I don't know.
I have. Who do you think has more subscribers, Amazon Prime or Peacock?
Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime has like 140 million, I think.
Amazon Prime has more than that.
Yeah.
What do they
Amazon Prime by 2026, the projections are 188.5 million. Peacock has 36 million.
I just wonder if Amazon
more.
Prime gets to a point where you have to pay extra for Prime TV on top of your.
They have a tier
Prime
now where you
membership.
can pay more and you get less commercials
Okay.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah. It is wild that like you really do need, if you want to watch every single NBA game,
Yeah.
you need at minimum 4 subscriptions. You need your cable. We're lucky here where if you have cable, you're able to upgrade your package to include FanDuel
I think a lot
Sports.
of them do that though, where like if you have a cable subscription, you get a Peacock login and you get a whatever.
Some do.
login.
Rosers doesn't.
Yeah.
But we do with Xfinity.
But we don't get the WWE package on the
Okay.
new ESPN thing. You don't get because now on ESPN Plus or whatever what do
Yeah.
they call it? The ESPN.
The direct to consumer.
DTC.
Yeah, like you can get the pay-per-views on WWE as part of that if you have certain cable systems. Xfinity does not
Oh, I didn't know
include
that.
those. Yeah. And apparently they're in negotiations trying to figure that out. But at launch right now, Xfinity doesn't.
That
have
makes
all those.
sense too. Why they wouldn't? Because
so confusing.
yeah.
Though. As somebody who's in the process of trying to decide if we're going to finally cut the cord, we
Yeah.
are the rare 30-year-old couple
Yeah.
that remains committed to cable because of sports and just the easiness of it. It used to
Yeah.
be Red Zone, and then Red Zone eventually got to where you could get it on YouTube TV, and now Red Zone will be with
But
ESPN.
YouTube TV, you don't get the WWE pay-per-view.
See, and that I mean, I don't care about the WWE pay-per-view, but
I
some
know.
people do.
But there's other things you're not going to
But
get.
we can't even figure out at this point what's the better economical option? Is it keeping cable or is it going with a YouTube TV? Is it
Yeah.
going with all of these streaming? Like we're gonna sit down and crunch the numbers, but that doesn't sound like an enjoyable way to spend a Saturday afternoon.
I think at some point you have to decide, like, is it okay if I miss some stuff? Right? Like, is it okay if
But with my job, I
Yeah,
can't.
that's the thing. Like, and I kind of feel like I don't want to miss anything.
And I
so
don't
I'm
want
just going
to
to pay for
either.
everything. And for the peace of mind of it,
Yeah.
I'll just, right now, like, man, I'm just going to pay. I get cable, I get all these streaming things, whatever. I'll pay for all of them. And it is what it is.
I did think it was interesting too in looking at the national schedule because of the Peacock doubleheaders that they're
Yeah.
doing. The second game always tips off at 11 p.m. Eastern time because it's the second game of a doubleheader, and so it puts it in prime time on the West Coast.
Yeah.
But 11 p.m. If you're an East Coast fan of a team that plays the game at 11, that's tough on a
Yeah.
weeknight.
So that means in California, the game will start at 8,
Yeah.
which is late too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
that
it's
kinda
a weird.
Are we going to have any of those second half of those Peacock doubleheaders? Because
I don't
we're
think
considered
so.
West Coast.
No, I don't think I went through the schedule, and I do not think we have any of those.
That'd
We
be a
actually
10
have less.
10 p.m. start for us.
It looks like we do. We have one, but that's not
It can't be
one of
a
the
home
Peacock
game.
doubleheaders. That's a Friday. Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry, that's wrong. Why does it say 7 o'clock?
Yeah, our Lakers game
Oh,
is
yeah, there we go.
8:30 Friday night. Like our Lakers game is 8:30, but the rest of these start times
Yeah.
look.
Normal.
Yeah, they
double-
are.
For
that
somebody
double
who
post is
looks
gonna
at
start at 1
the
a.m.
time
We've got
period,
the
I was like, oh, this looks pretty good.
We got the Monday 8:30 at OKC, but that's fine. We've got the Monday 8:30 home against Minnesota. I do hate 8:30 home games on weeknights.
Don't get me started.
I know you have to do an early show, so I really know why you
It's
don't
the
like them.
worst.
But it is what it is. We get a 6:30 home game against the Warriors. Our Warriors home game is 6:30.
Okay.
And we have our game at Atlanta on Peacock is 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll be a 6 o'clock local time.
6 o'clock local.
That'll be 6 o'clock. Yeah, here. So I mean, we're not. We got a Thursday night prime game at Orlando. That's those two prime games. Those are the international ones. So I don't know. I mean, are they going to start at 7 o'clock? Is it going to be 7 o'clock
I don't know what
here?
time
Like
they're
I don't.
going to start.
Yeah. Which is first, London or Berlin?
Berlin, I believe.
London's the second one.
They did them alphabetical. I feel like I'm gonna get all these games sort of by accident because I have Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
It's 3:42 right now.
I have the Peacock. What are the other ones? NBC we just have.
NBC
you can get that
and
over
then
the
ESPN.
air. ESPN, I got that. So I'm gonna have all those things. Like for me,
I have all of them anyway.
Yeah, me too. Like I don't have to go out and subscribe.
I just got to get
I'm
Peacock.
just paying a
I've just got
stupid
to get
amount for
Peacock.
cable, and then I feel like every week I find out one of my subscription services is going up.
Well, the other
in
thing
price.
is,
Oh, and I got to pay the $20 a month for FanDuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I also want to make sure I have SEC Network.
Right.
Because a lot of the SEC football games that aren't on the national
No,
thing are
on
on
Big
there.
Ten Network.
Well, no one wants to watch Big Ten. But those games, the SEC games are on. Some of them are on SEC Network Plus, which is like the secondary one.
Oh no.
And if you want to watch the best conference in college football, you got to make sure you have that. So,
of course.
By the way, I saw a stat today. Missouri.
Okay.
I think it's 8th in the SEC in strength of schedule.
Okay.
They're in the Big 12 first. If they were in the Big 10, second.
Nobody loves to tout SEC strength of schedule.
Well, it does
more
matter.
Than like what
It just
if we're
matters
going into
more.
the season. That's what they say.
That's not what they say. That's what it said.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what we say.
Speaking of it doesn't matter, and of course it does. We were talking about the Grizzlies having 10 nationally televised game, which feels fine. You can also,
Why
I
do
should
the
have
Mavericks have
mentioned,
25?
the Mavericks have 25, and you look at the Thunder, who did just win the championship, and so deservingly so, they have 34 games on national television, which is tied
Look,
with the Warriors, Lakers, and
People
Knicks.
love watching Shea Gilgeous-Alexander shoot free throws.
I know you do.
And
I know
flop.
it's your favorite activity.
So you're going to get to see a lot of that. I mean, I guess the one that was surprising the most was the Mavericks when I looked at that. It's all the best teams.
But that's where even putting the Mavericks on
Were the Celtics
Christmas
in that
Day
list?
this year. No, but the Celtics did still have, how many did they end up with? Celtics have 25.
I mean, that's
Still a lot.
a lot considering you don't have Jason Tatum.
Right. Well, and you
Yeah.
saw them. They're not part of the opening week national
Yeah.
television schedule. They're not on Christmas Day this year. So I
Peyton
was actually
Pritchard's gonna
surprised they still
start
had
for them.
25. The Rockets have 28. Rockets and Timberwolves both with 28.
Yeah. That makes
Nuggets with
sense.
26. Cavs with 24. And then the Mavs with 23. But you really are seeing, I joked earlier this week, it doesn't help with the conspiratorial thoughts of those who look at the Luka trade to LA and feel like, okay, well, Dallas was always going to be taken care of because you get the #1 pick and you get Cooper Flagg, and you're immediately rewarded with the same level of attention that perhaps they would have had with Luka. This is a team that made the finals 2 years ago.
I think they would have got a little less.
Yeah.
If they.
I think they're really pulling hard on the Cooper Flagg influence. And to be fair, a lot of people watched a summer league game with Cooper Flagg. So there are players that drive
How were Duke's ratings
numbers.
last year? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't think that.
Or
many
was
people are
everyone
gonna
just
watch.
watching for Con Knipple, you know?
Yeah, that
what if
could be
that's what
true.
we find out?
What if we get 25 Hornets games this year?
Said no one ever. Before I let you go, I did want to get your take on something. As the odds couple guy,
Is this Little League?
it sure is.
Yeah.
You
talked about
cannot
this.
bet on Little League World Series
wait,
games.
you cannot bet legally.
Legally, thank you for the clarity. That's why
Yeah.
I asked the expert.
Yeah.
Legally, on Little League World Series games, they had to release this statement yesterday saying, while Little League International continues to monitor the complexity and ever-evolving world of sports betting, we feel strongly that there is no place for betting on Little League games or any youth sports competitions. Little League is a trusted place where children are learning the fundamentals of the games and all the important life lessons that come with having fun, celebrating teamwork, and playing with integrity. And no one should be exploiting the success and failures of children playing the game they love for their own personal game. Feels pretty basic, like, hey, you shouldn't bet on kids. Where do you morally fall in should you be able to bet on children?
John Roser and I were texting about this last night because the story came out. I saw that tweet and I sent it around to our gambling little group chat.
To the degenerates.
I mean, what's degenerate about it? Somebody needs to teach these kids how to build a parlay too. Forget teaching them how to catch a fly ball, how to swing, how to take a pitch outside. Somebody needs to teach these kids how to build a parlay. Also, like, I agree, we shouldn't bet on the Little League World Series. Although, have you seen Nevada play?
Oh.
They scored 16 runs in their first game. Like,
So you're saying if you were to bet,
if you were, and there's also a kid, I believe he's on China, who threw an 82 mile an hour fastball, which would be the equivalent of 107 mile an hour in major leagues. So there's a couple teams that got an
you're
eye
just
on.
scouting for the future.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been on badminton during the Olympics. I've been on some.
Yeah, but at least badminton is adults.
Is it? I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't even know who's playing.
It's true.
I'm just
Sometimes
watching.
we don't know the
Yeah,
age
you don't
of some
know anything
of
about it.
the participants in
I
the
watched
Olympics.
one match of badminton. I was like, this woman's got it sewn up, getting her the gold medal, and then she lost the next round.
That's why you don't bet on badminton.
Well, yeah, but you don't. I mean, anything is the same. That's why you don't bet on NFL preseason. Do you know, like, we were talking about this? Fish would bet on the first preseason game.
Yeah.
And we were like, just take the under. Seems like the right thing to do in preseason because the offenses are all figuring things out, all these backup players. The first 16 games of the NFL preseason.
All hit the over?
Over 14-2.
Wow.
So do you think the over keeps hitting tonight? The Atlanta Falcons take on the Tennessee Titans. Do you think the over keeps hitting, or is it going to bounce back? Are we due for a correction? The due theory. which John Rosen
I
knows
refuse
about.
to talk about the due theory for over/under preseason NFL
Why?
games. Just like I refuse to bet on Little League World Series. I do think, like, from the serious side of it,
Yeah.
you don't want kids getting threats.
I think it would
people
be-
who bet
Yeah,
are
but that-
at times. I'm not saying collectively.
No,
there
yeah.
are people
There's
who
idiots
gamble,
in everything.
who
Yeah.
not just idiots, but a-holes to the nth degree,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
people who cross really severe lines. And if you're just a kid, what happened to the game I love? Just the pureness of the
But
Little
there's-
League World
there's-
Series.
Hey, kid, throw this game and I'll get you like 10,000 TikTok followers.
Throw this game and you're gonna have
I'll
unlimited
take you to
Riz.
Baskin Robbins.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
Are the
weird.
kids still inspired by Baskin Robbins? I hope they are.
That is weird, taking a random kid to Baskin Robbins.
Hey, random kid, why don't you get in my white
The kid who
van and
throws
go
the
to
game for you.
Baskin Robbins?
I think.
Hey, I have some puppies in the back of my
But, like,
car.
that-
Oh my gosh.
That's making a bigger case for why gambling shouldn't exist, right? Because
Whoa.
you have,
Yeah, but if we can't put it at, if we can't
I
draw a
know.
line somewhere,
I'm saying, but no, you're saying because there's a-holes, idiots out there who are going to threaten NBA players,
Right.
NFL players, because they didn't make their parlay because
Right.
somebody didn't get their 9th rebound in a game. But like that's like saying, well, nobody should use Twitter then because there's jerks on there too.
I don't think kids should use Twitter. I'm saying that there should be
I
some
know,
lines
but
that
there's-
protect
but there's
children
lines
in
with
this country
everything in
for
the
as
world,
long as
not
possible.
just gambling.
Of course.
And I think like you're punishing everyone else because there's idiots that are out there.
Wow. Lang Whitaker wants to bet on kids.
I didn't say that.
Just Nevada. And just
Yeah, just Nevada.
Just that pitcher. Just that one pitcher.
16-1 the first game.
All right, Lang.
Yeah.
I hope your Falcons lose to the Titans tonight in the preseason.
They might. No
but
one
it doesn't
knows.
matter. Who
It's
cares?
preseason, yeah, who cares?
Did you like the little fight that happened?
Did you see who was in the middle of it?
Michael Penix.
My QB1, Michael
I know.
Penix. He was in there throwing hands.
Not what I expected
I
from
loved
Michael
it.
Penix.
I loved it. He was right in the middle of it. He's not afraid. Cam Ward was off on the side,
Okay.
praying or doing something. Like we don't need. He's
Watching
not-
a movie.
He's not ready for it.
Watching John Cena.
Doing his 6-hour pregame walkthrough. Or
He'll be
whatever.
there.
Yeah, sure, great.
All right. Well, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. We will take a break.
Week
when we
0
come back
next week. Let's get it.
in Dublin.
Yeah.
Something really gets me excited about football in Ireland.
By the way, the Dublin game.
Yeah, Farmageddon.
3 years in a row, the under is hit on that game. So
First time it features 2 top 25 teams, though.
yeah, but one of them's Iowa State.
That's true, but still. All right, we'll come back. I have a very special shout out that I want to give. A Memphis legend is retiring today, and if you don't know who it is, I will let you know and tell the story of how important he was to me in my early years here in Memphis. We'll talk a little more football. We'll do some Music Friday. I have a Taylor Swift theory, and it's a good one, and I think it might be right, and it involves the Super Bowl. We'll get into it after a quick break.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
The boy is mine.
by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark. On my way!
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Speaking of Adidas, are these the Harden 10s?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
I guess so. From what
You guys don't
speculation-
sound too excited.
Nah.
It kind of looks like when you flush the toilet in the water.
Yeah, it's like a whirlpool. Like a
I
whirlpool.
want to be phone
positive. Yeah. Want to be phone positive. Or artists just making some paint up and they just.
Looks like phone positive material.
Yeah, or
It
a
does look
thumbprint.
like-
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5. I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're gonna, Ole Miss, they're gonna lose to Arkansas week
But they
3.
could go 9-3. Like Ole Miss winning 10 games
They always
is
pull
always
some
like
crap like that.
Ole
you
Miss
know?
winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're gonna lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Preseason Box to Row Coaches Poll has come out. Jackson State sits there at number 1. This is the 3rd time in the poll's history that Jackson State has been the preseason number 1 team in the nation. And then Tennessee State being at 5, that really surprised me.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Welcome back. John Roser, are you familiar with the legendary Jeff Woods?
Yes, I know Jeff.
You know Jeff.
Yeah.
Anyone around sports media in Memphis knows Jeff.
I know.
You all might not know Jeff, but if you saw Jeff, you'd probably know who Jeff is. And the reason I bring up Jeff Woods, I wanted to tell you about him today because he's retiring today. And for people who don't know, you have probably seen Jeff Woods' work at some point in your life. If you've ever watched sports coverage on WREG over the last few decades, you have probably seen something that Jeff Woods has shot because he has been a longtime photographer at WREG. He's been a news photographer. He even was a co-host at one point on an old show called Mid-South Outdoors, which some people still miss to this day, but that ran for 14 years. He's most notably the sports photographer at WREG. And when I tell you, he has witnessed just about every single major sports moment in this city over the course of his career, and he has shot it beautifully. It's a really cool story of someone who's from Memphis, someone who stayed in Memphis, someone who worked at WREG for over 40 years, and today is his last day. He is retiring, and the city has been honoring him on the way out. Ryan Silverfield did a special presentation for him at football practice the other day, which was really cool, and I loved when they gave him a football, and when he got it, he addressed the team and said, "I'm going to have something different in my hand at your games coming up this season." And I was like, hell yeah, Jeff Woods, you deserve
Do your thing,
80
Jeff.
beers at
Yes.
football games this season. Working in local news is not for the faint of heart. And the fact that he did it for over 40 years is incredible. And he has done it like a machine. And I just wanted to specifically thank Jeff Woods because he meant a lot to me. And when you move to a city and don't know a soul. It is a very scary thing. And I shouldn't say I didn't know a soul because my boyfriend at the time, now husband, came with me, but we didn't know anyone who lived here. And when you work in an industry like local news that is very much feet to the fire, throw you into the deep end of the pool. If you drown, too bad. If you somehow manage to doggy paddle and wade water, congratulations, you'll live to work another year. It can be a really hard experience, life experience. And so you really remember the people who made that easier. And like my first year here was tough, but it was made significantly better by Jeff Woods, who from day one never treated me like the competition. I was at Local 24, he was at WREG. We were not competitors when we were out in the field together. Like we were cohorts in battle, constantly trying to get through things. And I remember I was first introduced to him by Carrie, who was at WMC, Carrie Anderson, longtime weekend sports anchor, and she was getting out of the business like 2 weeks into my tenure here in Memphis. And she introduces me to Jeff Woods at a high school football game and says, I'm not gonna be here to help you, but this guy is. And he took that baton, and when I say he helped me through, if I showed up to an event and Jeff Woods was there, I felt infinitely more comfortable because I knew that he was going to help me, he was going to be an ally, he was going to make me laugh, we were gonna get through it together. At high school football games, he always knew the perfect place to stand. He had great instinct, so you weren't gonna miss a play. He knew how to get rosters at the toughest, getting a roster at Melrose Stadium by walking up to the press box and taking pictures with your phone of random scratched out names and just learning, like, just the number of things I learned from him was really special. And he was just always nice. And that is such a gem of a thing to discover in this industry. And one of my favorite memories all time, we have a picture of it, was he and I at a Memphis Redbirds game. This was in April, and it was 37 degrees. And we are shooting a Memphis Redbirds game in our parkas. He did not have gloves. I did. I was so impressed with my wherewithal to have gloves that day. And we just laughed and laughed about how ridiculous it was that we were shooting minor league baseball in the freezing cold. And then 2 months later, we're in that exact same spot, and it's 105 degrees. And we're sweating our booties off, and we would just stand there begging for a highlight, pleading for a highlight, so that we could get the clips and go, you know, ingest them back at the news station and do highlights for the sportscast that night. Or if I was anchoring that night, I would do them for myself, or if one of my sports anchors was there, doing it for them. And Jeff Woods never got the on-air credit for it, but he was like, he's the backbone of that department. And he worked so hard, and he's so deserving of having the opportunity to now retire and relax. But I don't think we'll have Jeff Woods of the future.
I don't think so either.
I really, like, this is something to celebrate, because it is going to become, if not rarer and rarer, like extinct, to have somebody who works at the same local news station for over 40 years.
And this is a guy who's worked in, as you said, doing sports for like over 40 years, but he's never been somebody who's really that much in, like you said, Mid-South Outdoors, but like he's not in front of the camera talking about the Tigers, talking about the Grizzlies, talking about whatever else happens in Memphis sports. But you, me, and I'm sure other people who are season tickets, you've seen him walking around the arena several times.
With his wagon, which he inspired me to get we call it the swaggin in our household. We now use it for groceries, but back in the day, he was like, your body's gonna give out on you. Because that's the other thing. Being a photographer for 40 years with that heavy camera on your shoulder and lugging all that equipment, like some people's bodies break down. But he had that wagon, and he was like, get yourself a wagon, it'll change your life. Yeah. That might have been the most important advice that he ever gave me. And now I use it for everything.
Yeah.
It's
great. Shout out to Jeff. Jeff's the absolute best.
Yeah.
Absolute best. Nice, super nice guy. All the best in retirement.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
You really do.
Yeah.
And you can just watch a game.
Because that dude, I mean, he did
and
like
have a schedule that's not
man.
Because
He's also, it's not just, it's like Tiger basketball games. He's at all of them.
Everything.
Tiger football games, and that dude went through some bad Tiger football times.
Every Monday, not just every
bad
Monday
times.
press conference, every practice.
Yes.
Every time media. I sometimes people don't quite understand, especially like the local news grind, and that goes for your beat reporters too, but you don't get to know your schedule because you won't find out that there's Penny Hardaway is going to talk on Tuesday at 5:30, and you find out that morning. And maybe you were supposed to be off that day. Well, now you're going to interview Penny.
Yep.
And also the high school side of it, like anytime, of course, you're doing all the high school football, all the high school basketball. You have those prep shows on Fridays, and then when you have the state tournament, you're going up to Murfreesboro or going to wherever they're playing that year.
Yeah.
But then every now and then there's a kid who's awesome at track, and you got to go cover that, or awesome on baseball, and you're covering high school baseball or softball games. You used to have to do 901 FC. You're doing all the Redbirds game. Like it is an absolute grind.
Yeah.
And you're going to hustle games occasionally. You're going to the Grizzlies games and just figuring out how to balance it. It was a crazy time. But shout out Jeff Woods. You're a real one. And
Deserve it. You deserve it.
I will always appreciate his
Jeff and I
role
saw
in
each
my
other.
life.
I have to admit, we saw each other at a party in Midtown one time. It was over. I believe it was over Thanksgiving. And it was one of those where we looked at each other and we really didn't know each other. Like personally, we didn't really talk a ton. But we saw each other all the time at games. And then we saw each other at this party and we were both like, huh? Like a head nod, like a little hat tip.
Just
Hey,
a little
what's
hat
up?
tip.
Yeah.
Covered like not every golf tournament, but almost every golf tournament out in the heat. It was so funny that the FedEx St. Jude Championship, he joked going into this year's tournament that it was guaranteed to have a rain delay and guaranteed to go to a playoff because it was his last one. And what did we have?
Oh, we got both.
A washout and a playoff.
Friday
and
washout.
Like, that was just for you.
And then a playoff.
That was just for you. Nobody hated overtime more than Jeff Woods. But anyway, congratulations to him. Awesome career. And shout out local news. Keep chugging along.
And
make it so people like Jeff Woods want to work for 40 more years.
That's your thing. I never worked in local news. Speak your piece, Jess.
Speak it.
Speak your piece.
I just tell him congratulations for coming to the other side. It's a beautiful place to be. All right, big piece of NFL news from yesterday. We did find out Rashee Rice is going to be available for the Kansas City Chiefs to start the season. According to Adam Schefter, his disciplinary hearing with the NFL was moved to September 30th. This is all from his car accident from March of last year where he was going 119 miles per hour. Like an SEC kid in his Lamborghini, hit a median wall, caused 4 other vehicles to crash, lots of injuries. He left the scene. But we've been waiting to find out what his suspension status will look like. And now having this delayed allows him to play the first 4 weeks of the season. Is this the latest NFL helping the Chiefs conspiracy, John Roser?
Yeah, it has to be. He's a criminal, should be thrown in jail. I
Wow.
mean, if you want to do it for life, that's fine.
Wow.
You
this
know,
is a 49ers fan, John.
Yeah.
Roser.
I
Let's
just
be
hate.
perfectly
I
clear.
just hate the Chiefs. I just hate the Chiefs.
I do think it's interesting
No,
because the Chiefs.
I feel like this has happened before.
It has, but it is awfully convenient.
But I don't get why it's like if you're gonna suspend him and you know he's gonna eventually be suspended, then why is this taking so long for you to
do?
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Who do they open?
Chiefs Chargers in Sao Paulo. So it's the Brazil game.
I
this
don't
year.
think the NFL's like, we got to make sure
but
the
week
Chiefs
2
have Rashee Rice.
but
Like
week
I don't
2
think he like Rashee Rice don't move the needle like that. He's a good
think
player though.
He does more than you're giving him credit for.
I'm saying I don't think the TV execs are like, hey, we got to make sure Rashee Rice is there, okay, Commissioner Goodell? Like
I mean, I think Patrick Mahomes has to throw to.
If Patrick
someone.
Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Taylor Swift are there, they're
That's
ESPN
true.
and Roger Goodell, whoever, they're happy.
That's true. Everything's working in tandem. The Chiefs do play the Eagles week 2, and then it's Chiefs Giants, and then it's Chiefs Ravens. So 3 of those 4 games are.
God,
big
they
games.
start off. Woo.
Hot.
Broncos lady. Are you buying they can? Are you buying they can win that? I feel tempted that
I
the
literally
Chiefs.
just sent. I have a friend who's the reporter for the Broncos, and I sent her a message this morning, and I was like, "I'm cautiously optimistic. This is our year to be happy again."
So I think you could. I feel like there are too many people. It's for once the AFC West is actually a legit division this year because the Raiders will at least be competent. They have like a competent head coach, and Geno Smith is a competent quarterback. Like competent football in Las Vegas.
Good enough players with a competent
The
system.
Chargers, the Rashawn Slater thing stinks because if they had Slater and Joe Alt, like that offensive line
Was gonna
with Harbaugh, like oh my gosh, they could
And
maul
you know
people.
me, I'm
you
president
love
of the
you
Justin
love
Herbert.
or as what Bill Simmons
This
calls
is the
it,
year club.
Justin 500.
This is the year.
And then the Broncos, like, they might have the best defense in all of the NFL, and their offensive line is also really good.
And
like,
you have reason to be genuinely optimistic.
and you have reason to be
with
genuine.
Bo Nix.
Yeah, you do.
You have a mobile quarterback.
But part of me is like, yo, the Chiefs win that division every year, and Mahomes
Right.
and Andy
The
Reid are still
inevitability, I
there.
think, is fair until you see it not
It's
happen.
only like minus like 120. I'm like that. It may take you if you put it this way, you get plus money if you parlay the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bills to win their divisions. If you parlay that, it's plus money.
You heard it here. Don't bet on kids, but
Yeah, we're betting on adults.
we're betting on
I've
adults.
already done a division bet.
Oh, what's your division
I've
bet?
done a big division bet.
What is it?
Oh, it's
Is it juicy?
It pays out.
Okay.
Like it's I'm taking a shot. I'm
Let's hear it.
taking a shot. It is. Hang on, it's pulling up here. Here we go. It's a division winner leg. It's $40 to pay out $2,527.73. It is division winners. Division winners. The Ravens, the Bills, the Packers, the Niners, and the Falcons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Okay. We have one more break we have to take.
Oh,
so
we
let's
do?
take
We gotta hit a
we
break?
got to
Oh,
take
we
it.
gotta hit
We'll
a
come back, but I will tell you I got in deep on a Taylor Swift conspiracy
love
theory
it.
this morning.
I respect this.
And it involves the Super Bowl. Yes. And I'm excited to share it with everybody because I got excited about it. Plus, I want to talk to you about your card situation.
Where's the
you have coming
Super
up.
Bowl this year?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
After a quick break.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Going through the draft process the first time, they give you the answers to the test. Like, this is what you need to work on. This is what you do well.
They told you.
Yeah, like they tell you.
Here's what,
they
if
tell
you want to get
exactly.
drafted, here's what needs to happen.
Yeah, they tell you. So it's like, if you're not listening, it'll go right over your head. But for me, I made sure to soak up all information and everything possible so I can give myself the best shot.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Did you know the Grizzlies were going to try to get up and get you?
No, I have no clue. I thought the Grizzlies loved me when I worked out because it was like super fun and everything was, just natural. We were just having a conversation. It wasn't like said, what's your favorite color and, like all that stuff.
What's your favorite color?
It wasn't interview.
First date type.
It wasn't interview questions. It was just like, hey man, how you doing? Like, and it was just real easy to talk to him. It was real easy to talk to Coach Thomas.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishment so far for this Grizzlies team?
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back, welcome back. We'll do a little Music Friday. We'll do a little Card Friday because Roser has something excited coming up. Is it tonight, tomorrow, the next day?
It's tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow.
Saturday.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I
Saturday.
have to share my theory first. And it's not my theory, it's someone else's theory, but I'm really into it. I think Taylor Swift is going to be the Super Bowl halftime show performer.
Okay.
I do. And you want to know why? I don't think Taylor Swift is actually baking sourdough bread. I think it was an Easter egg. I heard you talking about Easter eggs on the Vernon show yesterday.
I was talking about Easter eggs.
Unfamiliar with the eggs of the Easter.
Yeah.
Not unfamiliar,
yeah.
but I'd never actually cared, frankly.
Sourdough Super Bowl.
Okay. Where is the Super Bowl this year?
You told me during the break. It's in Santa Clara. Levi's, where the
Levi's
Niners
Stadium.
play.
Niners play.
They just put in, by the way, the largest video screen in the world.
Okay. Who's the Niners mascot?
Sourdough Sam.
Sourdough
Oh.
Sam. Sourdough Sam. She said she's thinking about sourdough 60% of the time. When she's going on and on about sourdough, how much sourdough she's baking, 60% of the time, it's Super Bowl 60 in Levi's Stadium, home of
She
Sourdough
is going to do the Super
Sam.
Bowl.
I think she's doing the Super Bowl.
She is going to do the Super Bowl.
I think she's doing it. And I know that makes me sad. I saw a joke
It's
this
wild
week.
because it had hit the point with her with the Super Bowl. It's like, yo, she's bigger than the Super Bowl. Like, she doesn't have to do it. Like, it
Yes.
doesn't. And I had seen something that it was rumored that Jay-Z might do it.
Okay, there's another one too. There's another piece of this. She said, specifically, thank you for screaming for 47 seconds for me. 47 seconds could be a connection to her Eras Tour stop at Levi's Stadium was her 47th stop on the Eras Tour.
She's very
She's very
and 47. Well, never mind. It doesn't work.
Okay.
I was trying to come up with an Easter egg here.
Okay.
Okay, so when she's talking about sourdough and Tina, right?
Listen, I recognize this sounds like I sound like
No,
a
no,
crazy
no. It
person
doesn't
now.
sound. It doesn't sound crazy with how she is, and this is the genius of her. Is that she? People say it's not genius. Yeah, maybe it's not genius. It's very clever to do this because your fans feel involved
it.
and they want to figure it out.
We all love games and puzzles and
You know,
solving
because
mysteries.
I do hear about, I did hear, with her Devin Walker, it humanized her. I actually liked her. She came across like an actual human. Here is one thing I thought that I think makes you more of a regular human than not. And this is what I wanted to know when she was talking about baking sourdough. Tina, I guess one of her mom's friends,
Yes.
right?
Shout out Tina.
And she said, sourdoughs, I had to know how to make this sourdough. I went over to Tina's she's like, I went over to Tina's to learn how to make this sourdough. And I was like, did you drive? Does she drive? That's what I want to know.
When is the last time
Does she
Taylor
drive?
Swift's hands touched the wheel of a car?
Right. Does she just get in the car? Like, if Tina lives 30 minutes away, does she, if Tina lived, say Taylor lives down here and Tina lives in Collierville, does she get in the car and drive out there?
Interesting question.
Or does somebody drive her?
This is
that determines whether or not how normal of a human you are, is if you
different
still
levels
drive.
of fame, and it's been weeks since I brought up the quarterback docuseries on Netflix.
I
that
like
wouldn't
this
shut up
Easter egg,
about.
though. I love your Easter
Kirk
egg,
Cousins
Jess.
went to Cookout after a game. He went through the drive-through of Cookout, and the woman didn't recognize him. He was like, "Are you a Falcons fan?" She's like, "No, I'm a Saints fan," and it was hysterical. But he just went. He was driving. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like a quarterback drives himself home after a game.
Kirk Cousins does.
Kirk Cousins does. Others don't. But does Taylor Swift drive? It's a really good question. Anyway, I like the theory, and it would be an insane and potentially. I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. They obviously could.
Yeah.
But it's also perhaps the last season of Travis Kelce's career. I'm not speaking his retirement into existence, but he is 35. The only thing I said yesterday that made people mad in mass, like every time you talk to Taylor Swift, someone's mad that you're talking about her, someone's mad that you're talking about her wrong, whatever. People were a little upset that I said that I wasn't going to draft Travis Kelce in fantasy because he's eating sourdough and in love and having the time of his life. No, I'm not drafting Travis Kelce because he's a 35-year-old tight end coming off a bad season. Like, historically, not a pick you want to waste.
That guy's taking a lot of hits.
If someone takes him too early every time, it's fine.
Right.
That said, if he is nearing the end of his career, it could be one of the last times where this whole thing merges together into perfect. I think they are very much in love. I think their relationship is cool as
so,
hell.
too.
But I also think they're two masterminds of business.
Yes.
And the NFL is a mastermind of business, and the music industry is a mastermind of business. And if it all comes together you will never strike hotter than right now. And perhaps this episode of the podcast was the beginning of the theorizing and moving forward. And she'll have a new album. She won't be out on tour.
Darnell, Luke, we need this Easter egg made into a reel. Make it to a reel. You made mine into a reel. I think I'm going to recommend this to Chris and Devin. I'm like, if we just spend 5 to 10 minutes of every show
It's not a bad
talking
idea.
about Taylor Swift, like we open ourselves up to a brand new audience.
Did you watch it live with Jennifer?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
A little bit.
You can be honest.
So it cut out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still haven't finished all of it.
Okay.
Because I'm in the process of finishing the rest of it. So, but yeah, I was doing some other stuff at the time, so it's like on in the background.
That's how Chris started cooking.
I found her talking about the music industry.
Yeah.
And explaining the difference in the masters and your publishing. She's like, so I had my publishing, but I didn't have my master recordings. So she's explaining like, hey, if they wanted if the record label wanted to take my songs and put them on a commercial, on anything, say they wanted to use my songs on like a condom commercial. She didn't say this, but like, basically if they wanted to put it on like a condom commercial, and I can't do anything about that, and it's my music, but I don't own the masters, so I can't tell them no. Her explaining these
trying to
things.
think what song would be used? And why did I think "Shake It Off"?
I would have gone with the 50 Shades of Grey song she'd had with Zayn.
Oh yeah. I don't wanna live
forever. Yeah. But Shake
Sorry to derail. Better than like Blank Space.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Look what you made me do.
Yeah.
No, I'm stopping. No.
Ready for it?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cardigan. It's like a cardigan. Anyway, I did find her talking about that kind of stuff interesting.
Yeah,
and the emotions behind it did not feel like fake cries. It felt like a genuine thing.
It did. It felt like a genuine thing.
About.
Well, she did so much. I mean, do you know how hard that is?
Yes.
To like.
I mean, I don't, but I can imagine.
How many artists ever at any point could have said, okay, I'm going to re-record my stuff, and then you have to. It's not. You can go do that, but you have to have a loyal enough fan base that they're like, okay, we're going to go download that and we're listening to that instead because that's what helps you. How many artists could actually do that at any point in their career? Who could have done that? There's not
Very
many
few.
that could do that.
Very,
Beyonce
very
could
few.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not many that could absolutely do that. Like Jay-Z can't do that.
No.
If Jay-Z said, I'm going to go record my albums, everybody go listen to these new ones I'm putting out to support me.
They wouldn't do it.
Hell no. Screw you.
You have to have a true, and you have some fans who would do it, of course. I'm not saying no
You
one
have
would
to
do
have
it. But you universally have to have a fandom that follows your every move.
Yeah.
That does things like look for Easter eggs and little
Right.
like games that are played throughout it. I was interested in finding out that the New Heights podcast, does it surprise you that the majority of their audience year long is predominantly women?
No, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Me neither.
I have never listened to that podcast once.
I don't think of it as a football podcast.
Yeah.
I think of it as a Kelsey brothers are entertaining, but
Yeah.
the majority of their listeners would be interested in.
I think the majority of their listeners are fans of Jason Kelsey's wife and Travis Kelsey's girlfriend.
So too.
I've never listened to
But
that
that goes
podcast.
for, I think it's really hard for athlete podcasts, athlete-driven podcasts, to have staying power in the world of like the sports podcast
I find
machine.
most of them to be very repetitive.
When they have guests, they're
Yeah.
very guest-driven. If a guest
Yes.
is on it, then I will sit down and listen to it.
Well, and that's the why they've been so, at least as far as getting deals and being popular, is because that is one of the things that we try to do. It's like when you want to get a guest, they have all the access in the world to all these big guests because they've, like NBA players played in the NBA forever. Like, you know all these guys. NFL players, you've been in professional sports, you know all these people. You already have the personal relationships, but yeah.
Okay, I wanted to give you an opportunity because you have a very cool thing tomorrow. Can you tell me what it is?
Yeah. Okay. So it is
Or
the.
tell the people what
I wouldn't plan on talking about this, but thank you.
welcome.
They do this about every other month. It's the Mid-South Card Show. It's in
Okay.
Bartlett, 5868 Stage Road. I usually help somebody sell.
Okay.
And then I get a cut. I get a cut based on how much we sell, how much I sell, I get a cut. And I just do it. I started doing it when I quit drinking. Got more and more into it because it gives me something to do.
A
It's
good
become like a
hobby.
hobby.
Yeah.
It's absolutely become a hobby.
A passion project.
Some guys play golf. Some guys.
You slang cards.
Some people do. I slang cards. Yeah. But this person is out of town. So I am going to have my own table, and I'm going to be selling stuff.
What's the coolest thing you're selling?
I have a 2008 Topps Chrome Tom Brady Gold Refractor PSA 10. That is the most. That's $2,000. That's the most expensive thing I've got.
What is the clientele at the Mid-South Card Show?
Slammed.
Okay.
I mean, it's men.
a crowd. Yeah.
It's men,
But
and
it's
there's a couple
well-trafficked
annoyed.
thing.
It's slammed.
Okay.
Slammed. If you've ever followed, you follow 901 Deals on Instagram?
No, but I should.
He does a lot of sneakers.
Okay.
But he has gotten into Pokemon too. So he's
So that's
there.
I wanted to
there's
ask
Pokemon
you-
stuff.
I
And
don't
it's
know if
brought
you-
in a bigger crowd, the
I don't-
Pokemon stuff has.
I don't know if you saw this yesterday, but Matt Strom, who's Philly's reliever, he's also a massive card collector.
There's
And
tons
he
of
was
baseball guys
talking.
that
He was
are.
doing a interview with someone where he talked about how investing in Pokemon cards is a smarter money move than investing in sports cards.
It is.
And the way he described it was Pikachu's not going to tear his ACL and Charizard's not going to get a DUI.
I mean, they're not getting suspended for 25 games.
Yeah.
Like that's no. Like
But
you know how much.
does that always devalue a card, or are there some cases where that could upgrade the value of a card? Like if something spicy happened with someone, does that ever trend the opposite direction?
I
No.
mean, it can. I don't know. It's no. I mean,
Okay.
not if you get in like trouble. Okay, I'll give you one for instance. I will. There's a card I regret not buying when I was in Chicago at the National Sports Collectors Convention. And it turns out I looked on eBay because there's like 600 of these that have been graded a perfect 10.
Okay.
So you can get them on eBay. There's a 1990 NBA Hoops card of Mark Jackson.
Okay.
And this card in a PSA 10 sells for like $600 to $700. This is not a rookie card of Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson doesn't matter in the grand scheme of cards. But what does matter on this card is Mark Jackson has the ball on like the corner elbow 3 area. And behind him sitting courtside are the Menendez brothers. And they're on the card.
Yeah.
And that's why that card goes for so much.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there's also another card from that same year that is this guy for the Orlando Magic, Sam Vincent. Sam Vincent does not matter in the grand scheme. But on that card is also Michael Jordan, is in the background of that card, wearing the number 12, which only happened in one game, and you can Google the story of why Michael Jordan wore number 12. So that card, if it's graded a 10, sells for more than what you would write. Just because of that.
Cards
that
so
kind of
interesting
stuff
because
is-
I am generally interested in like sports memorabilia because I do have some cool sports memorabilia from growing up.
Yeah, I bet you
I have
do.
a couple Final Four balls. I have 3 Final Four chairs, but I use them. But they were the
Yeah.
actual chairs that were used as benches in the Final Fours where I was a ball girl for. And I always get stuck in the like I love those things too much. Like
Yeah.
I would never want to sell them, but if I
Then-
ever
yeah.
had to sell them,
Right.
I'd always be interested in what some of their value would be.
Yeah, I don't. So like the thing, like,
Like,
yeah,
are
I don't. I
autographs
don't.
a thing anymore?
Yeah, autographs are.
Autographs
a thing.
are still a thing.
Autographs are a thing. There's a Kobe Bryant card that just sold. It has the NBA logo from a jersey that he wore.
Okay.
And he autographed the card, and it just sold privately for $2.3 million. So
Like I have a John Wooden autographed book.
it could be worth.
Does that have
I
any
don't
value?
know, $100, $200.
Okay.
You can find John Wooden autographs. It's
Okay.
yeah. Yeah,
I
it's
have
all.
a Dick Vitale autographed book.
It's
that I got at
about.
Hooters.
It's becoming more and more about like scarcity, rarity.
Yes, that's what I would imagine.
Yeah, and so there's a bubble with the Pokemon stuff though right now because I've seen this with cards. There's stuff like Pokemon stuff that you could have bought like that you could buy cheap in the store.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff is reselling it way too high. It's like that's
am so
gonna
mad that I
that's
didn't get
gonna
into
burst.
Pokemon and
That's
that I
go-
just
it's
got
not
into
gonna
Beanie
burst.
Babies.
It's just gonna correct itself eventually.
I messed up.
As people get smarter about it, it'll start to correct itself. So
I just wish
5868 Sage Road. Go to my Twitter page. It's pinned to my profile, the flyer for it, and then a
How long are you
little
there?
preview. It's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay, go buy your cards from John Roser so you can get money to buy more cards.
Yeah, well, and we're gonna pay off some credit card debt too.
And take his girlfriend to a nice dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a cheap Mexican dinner.
We're going to New Orleans next.
Yeah, you guys are going to a
month.
game.
We're going to Niners Saints.
Will that be her first time going to a game with you?
With me, yes.
Ooh.
With me, yes.
Are you an enjoyable fan to watch a game with?
I will be in a road stadium, yeah, especially New Orleans.
You don't want to mess around.
I don't. Yeah, I'm
you don't
not.
like to get into it with other people.
I'll cheer for my team.
Okay, but not egregiously.
Yeah, like I think when I went to Niners Titans with Chris and his son William, I was cursing Ambry Thomas and D'Amico Ryans because I'm like, why are we just going to continue to leave Ambry Thomas on a freaking island against AJ Brown? What are we doing here? Like, what are we seriously doing here? And
I wish I could say Chris was a chill fan, but if you've ever witnessed him
I've
watching the Warriors at
witnessed
FedEx Forum, that game last year where Steph just was making a stupid amount of threes. Every time I'd look over and he'd be like,
that was an all-time.
Raising from the dead.
We got an all-timer from Curry in that
did.
one.
We did. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We got tons of preseason football to watch. Oh, boy. We'll be back on Monday to talk about it all. Some big WNBA action this weekend as the regular season continues to near its conclusion. Liberty Lynx play again tomorrow on CBS 1 o'clock if you're looking for a big game. We'll be back on Monday. I hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll see you then. Bye.